Before we get going, for the new viewers, my name is Brando, founder of Brandlux Media. We are an e-commerce growth agency specialized in paid advertising, content creation, email marketing, and conversion rate optimization. If you're looking for a growth partner and you want a free audit, feel free to book a call down below. Now let's get going. In this video, I'm going to bring you through the exact UGC process that we use to generate user-generated content for dirt cheap, which allows us to scale very aggressively, okay? And by the way, this process allows us to scale to $1 million a month plus. And so I'm going to bring you through the exact framework of how we develop the strategy, okay? Before we dive in, for the new viewers, I am Brando from Brandlux Media, an e-commerce growth agency. We're specialized in paid advertising, content creation, email marketing, and conversion rate optimization. We've actually worked with over 60 plus e-commerce brands. So if you're looking to partner and scale with a growth partner, feel free to book in a call with the link down below. With no further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, as usual, before we get into the technical things, I like to show some proof and small little case studies here and there, so you see the type of caliber of clients that we work with and just some quick results. This is just a client that we've scaled to over $1 million, 45% year-over-year growth, as you see, compared to 2023. And of course, we had a nice Labor Day sale, I believe. Yeah, it was during Labor Day. And we're consistently scaling this client. Here is another smaller client, $120,000 in the last 30 days at 55% growth. Compared to the last period. We hit 6K days, and we're probably on track to hit 10K days quite soon, especially as the holiday season comes. Now, what I want to do, these are just a couple, clients. We use this process for all of our clients, but the challenge with scaling is making sure that you have enough creatives that can support your ad spend, because then your cost per acquisition, goes up. So what I'm going to do is share a quick diagram with you. And in this diagram, I'm going to show you how we are able to generate way more UGC videos while maintaining our costs, or actually really drastically decreasing our cost per video that we use to for the production of UGC videos. Okay, so as you know, content is really important. If you're watching this video, you are probably aware of that, but you also know that generating content can be really expensive, right? Each creator can ask for $300, for $200, $250, $150, depending on the experience and also perhaps the following, depending on what type of collaboration you do with them, for one video, right? One video $250, one video $150, right? So it can get quite expensive as you stack. So typically, what most people do is that they partner with 5 UGC videos and they just ask for that one UGC video, and they provide them with like one particular script that they need to follow, like a storyboard. And the content creator has one role: to receive the product, record the video with that particular script. And this is, although we actually still use this process because it can be great, especially for winning ads or storyboards or scripts that you already know for a fact, based on experience and based on data, are concepts that are already going to scale, right? But once again, I don't advise you to start like this because it can get quite expensive and it stacks. So what we like to do is an alternative strategy, which is really great for scaling, but also when you're starting out, so that you can diversify your content as much as possible. Is instead of asking them for one single video, you ask them for 15 to 20 videos. The time that they spend to do one video, one entire followed script video, compared to getting B-roll, which is essentially filming small 3 to 5 second scenes of them holding the product, or them consuming the product, or them being happy, them being sad, emotional, pain-driven, scenes, right? All these little small scenes, it takes them the same amount of time to do this compared to doing a normal UGC video. So the cost is going to be approximately the same. The only difference is that with this approach, you just get a lot of footage. And what happens when you get a lot of footage? You can just create your own content based on these little small scenes. And what you can do is that as you scale and as you grow, you basically do this for like 3, 4, or 5 creators. If you're starting out, you can probably do it with just 2 or 3 creators. Ask for 15 to 20 B-roll scenes. Just make sure that you give them a very clear understanding of what scenes that you need. Share like an example of like a UGC video and tell them, hey, Mr. Creator, Mrs. Creator, just model this video to come up and dissect this video into like 3 to 5 second scenes, so that I can use these scenes and build my own video, right? So the entire foundation of the strategy is to get a lot of 15 to 20 B-rolls and footages for each creator, so that they can we can then put everything into a giant B-roll video folder and cut, copy, paste, switch around, do mashups, and basically come up with so many different variations of B-roll footages, right? And this is how we're able to scale horizontally and stack our ad spend and increase our ad spend vertically, right? So This is what we do. It's very simple process. You just need to be able to tell the creator exactly what you're looking for, and they will understand if they have experience. Okay, so this is the strategy. Instead of getting 3 videos, we got basically 45 different little small pieces of content. Then the next step, and this is something to consider, is that typically when you ask for a normal UGC video, the video is going to be sent to you already edited. It's going to be complete, almost like, sure, you're probably going to have to maybe add some subtitles or add some whatever, branding, whatever you want. But typically, whenever you pay for 150 bucks for a video, 200, it's going to be essentially complete, and you can basically just get it and post it on social media. The problem, not the problem, but the only difference with this B-roll strategy, although it's like way cheaper based on the value that you get, is that you need an editor. So you can either be your own editor or you can just hire somebody else to do this. The idea is that they need to understand how to put these pieces together. And how do you do it? How do you know what pieces to put together? Well, you go into tools where you can just track the best winning ads of your competitors, and you can just maybe get inspiration from there. One tool that I love is called Triatria, A-T-R-I-A, Triatria. This tool allows you to funnel hack the entire competition, look at their landing pages, etc., but also look at their ads and their longest running ads, so you can get inspiration from their scripts. Okay, so this being said, what ends up happening here is, instead of just having 3 videos, we can create so many different B-roll variations, as I explained. And so one important thing to tell the creator while you're asking them to do these videos is to make sure that they portray different scenes, or sorry, they create different 3 to 5 second scenes of emotions, because one thing that allows us to scale is scale by different marketing angles. So different marketing angles can be like different value propositions or different emotions that we're bringing up within the video. And so it's important to ask for different scenes, different actions that the content creator can do for the video, and also different emotions like happy, sad, before, after, right? All these things are really important, so that you can actually build one single video from all of these small video variations. Okay, so eventually what ends up happening is that we can scale even more aggressively by scaling with AI scripts. And as you know, like, you can use like 11 Labs to just come up with new scripts. You can just use AI to you can just give it like the winning script and tell it to generate 5 other similar scripts, or 5 other completely different scripts, right? Depending on what you're looking to do and scale and test, right? But eventually what's going to happen is that let's just say we end up having 5 B-rolls. That's our first round. So B-roll variations, sorry. So these are like 5 different videos, and within these 5 different videos, we can further scale and further test with multiple scripts generated by AI. So the video can be almost the same. You can just change of course, the subtitles that you put in the videos based on the script, and just of course the script overall. So maybe in one script one, you want to go for the happy angle, or the sad angle, or the whatever boyfriend girlfriend angle script, whatever you want. Just make sure that the script is actually coherent to the variation that you're creating in the B-roll. That's probably, of course, the most important thing. You can't just like do random shit, right? It has to make sense. And so what do I say here? Yeah, voiceover scripts. Okay, now what you can do to scale even further, right? And by the way, let's just take a step. Actually, let me just talk about this later. What you can do to actually scale further is just test multiple different hooks. So once you find a winning, let's just say script that is really scalable and is really working well and performing well, then the next step is probably to go here and get the same variation, get the same exact video, use the same exact script, but like exactly script 3, but test different hooks. And the hook is the first 3 to 5 seconds. And so what you can do is that you can go into the B-roll folder over here, and you can just look for different hooks that maybe inspire different types of emotions, and you see which one works the best. You will notice as you scale that you're going to find those 2, 3, 4 things that really work well, that are for a particular avatar customer, that use a particular marketing angle, that use a particular editing style. You will notice some trends, and that is when you will start replicating the entire process to scale and scale aggressively. And by the way, like this process that we use has allowed us to essentially scale accounts from 100, 200, 300, sometimes even like more than $300,000 in ad spend in one single month, which is very it's a lot if you think about it. And yeah, it's hard to maintain that ad spend profitably if you don't have a process like this. And this is kind of like the end result that you can expect. You can get like dozens and dozens and dozens of videos made just from investing into 5, 6, maybe 10 creators once and asking them to do way more UGC videos. So instead of paying the creator 150 a pop, 200 a pop, and you get 5 videos, maybe you also get 5 videos with like 2 or 3 different hooks. That's typically what happens. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 15 to 20 B-rolls, and then you can just hire an editor or do it yourself if you have experience, and come up with almost unlimited pieces of content like this. Boom, 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 boom. It's loading. Okay, basically a lot of content. Okay, this is just a quick video. I honestly wanted to bring you through this process because a lot of my clients ask what's happening here right now, the delay of my screen. Either way, I wanted to bring you through this process because this is quite detrimental when it comes to scaling. As I told you before, this is how advertising works in general. Okay, you have social media and then you have Google Ads. In social media, you cannot just increase the spend. Okay, doesn't work like this. You have to make sure that your creative input is always above your spend. So you always have a surplus of creatives. And that's what we kind of try to do with, stacking all of these B-rolls, pieces of content, so that if we wake up tomorrow, we don't have to go after 10 other creators. We can just like mix variations and come up with a new batch of, for creative testing. And once again, you can be very, very creative with the AI voiceovers. That's, we've seen scenarios where we use the same exact UGC B-roll, but we just switch and kind of like switch the script a little bit, switch scenes. And it really makes a difference in the performance of the video. So make sure to test that. The script at the end of the day, the marketing angle, the way that you're approaching your market is going to be probably one of the most important things. Then of course comes the footage, because it's a visual concept, right? It's videos. But as I said, you always want to make sure that there's always a surplus of creatives. How do you do that cheap? You do it like this. Okay, so follow this. Let me know if you have any questions about this. And by the way, I also talk about Google here, the difference kind of with Google. It's your creative is essentially your market volume. So if your market is over here, meaning that you can only target or 10,000 people search, then that's essentially how much you can spend, right? It's a lot harder to scale, which is why most of our clients spend 70% of their budget or more in social ads. And this is the strategy that we use to scale. That's it for this video. Let me know if this was valuable. It was a short one. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you're interested in looking for a growth partner that can manage the entire creative process for you, but it's not only about creatives, it's also about other small pieces of the puzzle, like quite important pieces of the puzzle, like email marketing and other backend things, CRO, conversion rate optimization, building landing pages, and all that stuff. If you're looking for somebody, feel free to book a call down below. You will either speak with me or somebody on my team, and we can discuss the opportunity of potentially working together if we do have capacity to onboard an extra client. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one. Bye. On a further note, feel free to book your strategy session with our team by clicking the button down below. In this session, we will audit your brand, come up with a custom plan of action, and then we'll explore the opportunity of potentially working together, assuming it's a perfect fit. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot, and hopefully see you on the other side.